Hey, welcome back to another episode of the She's Making an Impact podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Ngom. Today, we're talking about the top 19 lessons that I've learned from Tony Robbins. It was originally going to be like the top 5 lessons. And then I kept thinking, I was like, oh, I got at least 10. And then I was like, nope, I got 19. And there's probably more as I'm speaking. I'll probably come up with more. First started learning from Tony Robbins. I want to say back when I first started my first business in 2011 maybe. And I attended Unleash the Power Within 2015, maybe 2014, 2015, around that time. And goodness, things that I've done with Tony: Unleash the Power Within, Date with Destiny, Business Mastery, Wealth Mastery. I worked with a Tony Robbins coach for an entire year, and just been consuming all of his content over the years. He is really such an incredible person. And I've learned so much from him, and he has changed so many people's lives. So I'm really grateful for everything that he's shared and the lessons that I've learned from him. So one of the first lessons that I learned is about the 6 human needs. And so there's these 6 needs that we all have, and they're going to drive us in different ways and drive us to take action in certain ways. And so the 6 human needs are significance, variety, certainty, growth, love, and connection. Yes, I got them all. And so when I first attended, it might have been Date with Destiny, Unleash the Power Within. They're all like in my head. I think it was Unleash the Power Within. I realized that I was being driven so much by my need to feel significant, specifically in my business. And through that lesson, I was able to shift and be like, all right, how else can I feel significant? And how can I switch more into that growth and that love and that contribution? And so that was one of the biggest takeaways that I had, is just knowing about the 6 human needs and how all of us are driven by them differently. That's huge. Second lesson: master your state. Your state is everything. So if you ever see me on like video, I'm typically bouncing on a ball, or I'm standing up, doing a standing desk. And so there's a lot of things that you can do to master your state. And this is huge, because a lot of times if we're like hunched over, something like that, you just don't have the energy. You could change your state easily. So if you're in a depressed state and you're just like not feeling well, a lot of times we're like hunched over, and we're just look at your physiology, right? And you can change your state like this. And so maybe, for me, what I typically do is when I'm not in the best state, I typically go for a workout. So I might do like spinning, or go for a walk, or go for a bike ride, or do something that's going to get my heart pumping. And I'll listen to music too. And doing that will change my state. Can you hear Gabrielle? Hey, baby. So master your state. Third lesson is polarity in relationships. So at Date with Destiny, he spends an entire day on relationships, and he talks about polarity and masculine and feminine energy, and how important it is to have both in your relationships. And I realized, because I am so driven in my business and everything, that I was bringing a lot of masculine energy into my relationship. And so just being aware of that and understanding how I can shift out of that masculine energy and be more intentional about being in my feminine energy and doing just feminine things. So it might be, like shaving. I do that anyways, but like lighting a candle, listening to music, that kind of thing. And if you see Gabrielle on video, she just had a coconut oil deep conditioning hair treatment. So that's a way for us to stay in our feminine energy. Isn't that right? Okay, next lesson is to ask a better question. And so often, what I see people struggling with, and I did this too, is we ask questions that are disempowering. So it might be like, why is this so hard? Why is this so hard? And when you ask yourself that question, your brain is smart, and it's going to come up with a million different reasons why it's so hard. And it could be because you suck, because you're a failure, all these things. What if you switch the question to, how can I make this easy? How can I make this easy? And so just asking yourself a better question is going to be huge. Questions that we might ask are like, how come I can never lose weight? And when you ask yourself a question like that, your brain's gonna be like, because you're a fat pig. And so asking yourself a better question, like, what can I do today to bring myself more energy, more joy, more love, more connection? What's good about this situation? So when you're in something bad happens, ask yourself, what's good about this? Instead of saying, oh my gosh, I can't believe this happened. Like, why is this happening to me? Ask yourself, what's good about this situation? Or what else could this mean? Those are 2 really important questions that I ask myself pretty regularly when something happens that doesn't go my way. What's good about this? What else could this mean? Watch your language. So your language is powerful, and a lot of the content that Tony gets, a lot of it is biblical. So life and death is the power of the tongue, right? And so we want to make sure that we're speaking life and we're using words that are empowering and not disempowering, because words have power. And so Tony gives an example of three guys that all have something not so good happen in business. And they all use three different words to describe themselves. And so Tony's like, yeah, I'm pretty upset. I'm pretty angry about this. This one guy, he's like, I'm enraged. I am so pissed. I am enraged. And then this other guy is sitting there, he's like, I'm a little peeved. I'm a little peeved. And so just by shifting those words, the words that you're using shifts how you're thinking about that entire situation. So watch your language. Next one is get resourceful. So Tony says it's not the lack of resources that keeps us stuck, it's a lack of our resourcefulness. And so I can't even tell you how many people started a business with nothing, but yeah, they didn't have the resources to really start it, but they got resourceful and they made it happen. That's what we did in our first business. Didn't have $100,000 to invest in growing and digital marketing and that kind of thing, but we got resourceful and we figured it out and we made it happen. And that's what successful people do. They don't have unlimited resources usually. A lot of times it's just, hey, I'm going to get resourceful and I'm going to make it happen. Next one is the success of the business is dependent on the psychology of its owner. I'll say that again. The success of the business is dependent on the psychology of its owner. And so, as the business owner, you have to make sure that you are focused on your own psychology and you're focused on your own personal growth all the time. Because if you have stinking thinking, your business is going to stay stuck and you're not going to be able to grow. So, some of the things that I did that really, really helped me shift in my thinking, attending events. So, all of Tony Robbins have been huge and monumental. And one of the things that I've done recently over the past several months is attending leadership. So, you okay, baby? So, Heartcore Leadership has been a leadership program that I've been going through over the past several months. And that has been just wild, wild in helping me shift in my thinking because I'm always growing and seeing some of the patterns that I had that were keeping me stuck and playing small. So we all have that. And it's really important that you are focused on your psychology and growing as a person, growing as a business owner, and seeing, all right, how can I get to that next level in my thinking? Next one is give beyond scarcity. Give beyond scarcity. So Tony gives an example of when he had like $20 left to his name and he went out to basically go to a all you can eat buffet and stuff himself. And he saw this little boy who was taking his mom out to lunch, and Tony goes up to him and he's like, that's so awesome, like you're such a gentleman taking your mom out to lunch. And he's like, I know, I'm only 9 or something like that. And he didn't have the money to pay for it, so Tony gave him all the money he had left in the world and it was like, nope, you're really going to take her to lunch now. And then he skipped home. Like he didn't have fear. He skipped home and he was like, I'll be taken care of. And that like night or next day, he got a check in the mail for over $1,000. And kind of the rest is history, right? And so this is the same thing that happened with us when my husband lost his job. This was 2012, maybe a long time ago. And I was in grad school, so we didn't have another income stream coming in. Now I'm like multiple income streams all the time, right? And you like this bouncy ball? I know. Yeah, me too. And so when that happened, instead of being like, oh crap, we need to store everything right now, it was, how can we give right now? And so we went and we sponsored a Baby with Compassion International that day that he lost his job. So give beyond scarcity. Next one, if you want to take the island, you got to burn your boats. And so because we were in a place of, I didn't have like a secure job, right? I didn't have that secure income coming in. I didn't have anything to fall back on. Yes. And so because of that, I was able to go all into my business and I didn't have that safety net. So a lot of times if we have that safety, that security, it's a lot harder for us to actually commit and going all in and taking the risks necessary to see the success and the level of success that we want to have. So if you want to take the island, you got to burn your boats. Next one, it's not necessarily something that he taught, but it's just the lesson that I learned from seeing him is you don't need a degree to change the world. I see a lot of people being like, I need to have a degree or certification or this or that or that. And I'm like, look at Tony Robbins. I think he graduated high school, but he definitely didn't go to college. And you don't need a degree to be able to be successful and change the world. If you want to be like a doctor or a lawyer or like a nurse, then yes, you do need a degree. But if you want to crush it in business, no, you don't need to have a business degree. I have my master's in social work, but you don't need that, right? Blame for the good and the bad. A lot of times we blame for the bad things that happen in our lives, or we blame people for the bad things that they've done to us. But he said, if you blame people for the bad, you got to blame them for the good too. And so he gave the example of his mom who has poured like liquid dish soap down his throat and beat the crap out of him. And he's like, if I'm going to blame her for all that stuff, I have to blame her for all the good that she did too. Because of the way that I was treated, I'm the man I am now. And so blame for the good and the bad. Well, you don't have to blame for the bad, just blame for the good. Get better problems. So he said the quality of your life is the quality of the problems that you have. And so, no, we don't eat that, baby. No, 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 no. And so you want to think about the problems that you have. And a lot of times the biggest problems someone might have is like, oh, traffic. Traffic is such a problem. You want better quality problems. And so I remember when I launched my ebook and my website crashed and I had people messaging me like, hey, I'm trying to buy your thing, but you have so much traffic, your website is actually crashed and it's not working. And I just thought to myself, I'm like, this is a quality problem. This is a quality problem. So I want you to think about the problems that you have and the quality of the problems that you have and get better problems. Repetition is the mother of skill. And so Tony attended Jim Rohn's training seminars, the same one over and over and over and over and over again. Like I think he said like 100 times or more. It was the same seminar and he just kept going to the same seminar over and over and over again. And that's why like I know Tony's work inside and out because I've listened to him on repeat over and over again. And it just like flies out of my mouth a lot of times. Repetition is the mother of skill. So if you're listening to an audiobook, listen to it again. I've listened to The Compound Effect in different books multiple times because the first time you do, you're going to miss something. And the next time you listen to it, you're going to be at a different point in your life too. So you're going to have different takeaways. Seek and ye shall find. If you're looking for something negative, you're going to find it. If you're looking for something good, you're going to find it too. So seek and you shall find. All right, turn your expectations into appreciation. A lot of times we just have these expectations, and when they're not met, we get upset. And so turn your expectations into appreciation, and your life will change instantly. Commit to living in a beautiful state. So we talked about how you can change your state, right? Change your physiology, change your focus, change like your radical change in physiology, right? By jumping up and down, having a dance party, bouncing up and down, doing something fun. And so you can choose to live in a beautiful state. You can also choose to live in a crappy state, and the choice is yours. And so make the decision, I'm going to live in a beautiful state and I'm going to be intentional about being joyful today. I'm going to be intentional about having fun today and make that choice. And going off of that, focus on gratitude. And so you're about done. We only have 2 more. I know. We only have 2 more. Focus on gratitude. And so there are things all around you that you can be grateful for. And so I want you to just look at those things like, oh my gosh, it's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. Like I have a bed to sleep in. I have a hot shower that I can take. I have food in my belly. I have water to drink that is actually safe, different things. And just think about, all right, what am I grateful for today? And focus on that. And the last one, it's the last one, baby. Life is happening for you, not to you. A lot of times you're like, why is this happening to me? And if you just change your perspective and always understand that life is happening for you, not to you, everything changes. All right. On that note, I think we've had enough. So you want to say hi? Say mama. Say mama. She just wanted the microphone. That's all she wanted. All right. I hope you found this helpful. And I would love to know from you. You can just send me a DM on Instagram at She's Making an Impact. What's been one of your biggest takeaways, one of the biggest lessons that you've learned from the King, Tony? All right. Have an amazing day. I'll talk to you later.